And welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to Brush Bandicoot.
Brush Band. Oh, look at it. He's super excited.
He's really excited.
He's really excited.
I need you all to match Crash's energy right now. You
That-
guys are at like a 5. I need you to be at a 10 like Crash.
He's really excited. Look
That's
at him.
right.
Look at him. He's jumping. Yeah, hey, woo, yeah, we're getting in. We're bearing down.
We are going to bear it down.
We are going to bear down. We're going to get some more crystals and gems today. I don't remember where we are here. Okay, so we got this.
We're going to ride a polar bear, and it's going to be miserable.
Oh, this is a ride in a polar bear one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is one of the special level ones. Okay. I have to make sure I get all the boxes. We may have to do it twice. Damn it. I feel like the middle one's kind of a fake out.
Why are you in a rush? You don't have to rush.
I'm in a big time rush.
You're in a big time rush?
Big time, big. I don't know. I don't remember the song. I don't remember the song for Big Time Rush. Sorry.
I have no idea.
I'm a fake fan. Speaking of that, I actually did watch the Quiet on Set thing.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay, you finally sat down and watched
I
that.
finally sat down and watched it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sad.
It's rough.
It was, but like every episode, I just kept being like, oh, I gotta find out more. I gotta find out more. Like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It really.
I saw that Dan Schneider is suing the producers, which is weird because when the thing came out, Dan had apologized for all that stuff. So it's weird that he apologized
Really?
and then turned around and was like, yeah, actually, no, I'm going to sue you guys for what you've done.
He's suing the producers?
The producers of Quiet on the Set.
Oh, okay.
And
for making it.
Giving
Okay.
him slander
Oh, God.
for things that he's apologized for doing. So I don't
Dan.
know. I don't really know what Dan is trying to accomplish.
Then why, I mean, oh, you bastard. I thought you
really
were going
that-
up.
Yeah.
I thought he was going up.
He's not like you, though. They
He
can't
doesn't go up. You're right.
Yeah.
He doesn't go up. I thought, I mean, pretty well done. I mean, the fact that, I mean, they pulled all these actors and stuff like that were like there during the time, so like they can vouch for all the other people that were talking about it and stuff. So I was like, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
most of these people from the Shadow Realm.
right.
So.
Like literally. Well, I mean, given the freaking stuff they had to go through, I don't blame them. Like, get out. Like, why would you want to deal with that
not worth it.
bullshit? Especially in that time and age that they were in, where like, you know, I mean, it was before all the things were starting to come out about, you know, Weinstein and all of them anyway too. So like, if they would have just been subjected to more of that stuff later on. So
Who knows how bad it would have gotten.
yeah.
But it's sad. It is a really well made thing. I haven't. They made like a continuation of it, I guess. After the show is done, it's more like a podcast kind of thing where they bring them back to talk about like.
Yeah, I saw they had like a couple episodes of, or just one episode, I should say, with a couple of the old castmates, where from all that, and it's like, yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff they said, it's like, sure, yeah, I get it. Ah, shit, I forgot.
It's one of those things where like how much got cut from the cutting room floor, like stories that weren't able to make it into the final thing.
And it also makes me wonder too, like if those were the things that made the air, what were some of the things that they were thinking about subjecting the kids to that didn't make it?
I'm sure there's probably stuff that they just straight up just didn't want to talk about.
Yeah,
I have to imagine.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like, so a lot of the stuff, you know, I can understand that being kind of traumatic for a kid. You know, like the one guy that was like, yeah, you know, the one thing that they had me do, dress in this basically skin suit or whatever.
Dressed in the penis suit.
Yeah. Well, there was the penis suit, the noses that were supposed to be, you know, they were supposed to be noses, but they look like penises. But then also the kid that just basically, I forget what the...
He's in like the skin latex suit.
Skin latex. Oh, and then he had like peanut butter rubbed on him, and the dogs were all, like licking it off him and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's weird.
I was surprised they got what's his name? The guy who did Double Dare.
Oh yeah,
I feel his name is Mark.
Yeah, Mark Summers.
Mark Summers. Yeah, I'm surprised they got him to do that. I would think that he would not be interested in doing anything in that property. Although I heard that some people have come out and said like, okay, like I kind of went in. I think Mark Summers actually weirdly enough did this, where he kind of came out and is like, yeah, they kind of told me it was going to be one thing, and then it ended up being something completely different. So he felt like a little blindsided by it. Not that he like was going to defend them or anything like that, but I think he felt a little betrayed that he was being dragged into all this mess.
Also, I just want you to notice I ended up in a different spot now.
You are in a different spot now, yes.
Yeah, well, that's because it's that barrel or whatever I just did or whatever. That was actually a secret thing that gets me to the bonus area we couldn't get to in
Air Crash.
So unique stuff that you have to do in order to get the all the gems and all that good stuff. So
yeah,
absolutely insane. Just watching through that, and like the fact that they literally heard like the one girl about the one scene in like Zoe 101 where like the goo ends up on her face or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And they actually
Money shot.
Yeah, they literally said the guys in the back said, "Oh yeah, it's funny as a cum shot." I was like, "Wow, really?"
How old are you guys?
Like literally.
Like, how does that not like raise a couple eyebrows?
Like literally amongst everybody else that's there. So we're just back at the start. Now we can actually.
Now you can get some stuff done.
Now I can actually get all the gems. So.
It did feel a little incomplete. Like there's a lot of people that I would have. I don't know. I mean, granted, like some people just don't want to talk about it, or like they don't want to get dragged back into it again. But I don't know, like Amanda Bynes not being involved in it. I'm curious to hear like.
'Cause they did talk about a lot about Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, like it felt a little weird that they spent a lot of time talking about her, and she didn't really have like a space to really kind of talk about her story. Or
right.
I'm sure she probably has to some extent, but I don't know. Like that would have been interesting to hear her perspective on everything.
But it could have also just been, like you said, maybe she just didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Or Jeanette McCurdy, like having her come in. Like I read her book and all that stuff, and it's tremendous. Like if you watch Quiet on the Set, and then you should absolutely read her book because
I'm an idiot.
It talks about a lot of stuff from her perspective and gets into a little bit more detail for that. Even if it's not nearly as explicit as in terms of like calling people out by like name and saying, "Hey, this person did this." Like she's a little bit more careful.
Yeah, she specifically says like the creator.
Yeah, which I get. It makes sense. Like, she didn't want to. She don't want to get like in trouble or like get sued or for slander or anything like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fantastic book.
I'm just gonna assume I didn't miss any boxes. Okay.
Is this one the one that has the death platform? Do you have to do that?
I don't have to do the death platform because that one was just a gem, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if that had any boxes or not.
If I do have to do it, that's gonna suck. But I'm pretty sure we did the death run. And we got the gem for that. Yeah. Because there was a bonus gem for doing that one. So this one's just doing all the boxes, which I don't think there were any boxes other than nitros in the bonus area. So
I do often wonder how long it would be until we start getting one for like Disney.
Yeah. No, I feel ya.
I feel like there's probably something, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe not. I mean,
some of those kids came out the other side a little weird.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I definitely agree with that. I mean,
we
all know, with the girls and stuff, how some of the girls ended up during the. I mean, specifically like Demi Lovato for sure. Like during her time there was all the cutting and all that kind of stuff that
Yeah, she had a weird time there.
Yeah, unfortunate. That was very unfortunate. And I think once again, the big thing with Disney stars, the big ones and stuff, is just because. Like they get promoted, Disney's thing is that you have to stay, character or kid or like caricature of yourself.
This
you can't really
image.
Right, exactly. So you're not, especially as a teenager, you're not really able to make those mistakes, if you will.
Yeah.
Once they, come on, really? Once they finally get out, like kind of what Miley did and stuff, or she had a bit more of an adventurous post. Disney Channel than most people probably would because you know what, she was finally free.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
in a very non-Disney way.
Yeah. Which I mean, like, hey, once again, it's like, no.
Uh-oh.
Great. I have to freaking. There we go. course. It slid right into. I was like, I don't. Well, the funny thing was too is in that quiet on set thing, the one guy that was clearly a pedophile that like sent that one girl like naked photos of
that dude
of him or whatever, and then he ended up on freaking Zach and Cody.
Yeah,
I was like, what? Are you shitting me? Are you freaking so? That to me, that kind of makes me wonder, like, okay, what kind of shit did go down at Disney if they allowed an actual pedophile onto that set?
You have to wonder, like, what kind of level of screening they did when they were like hiring employees.
Yeah, exactly.
The one that like specifically like bugged me was when Drake was in like the courtroom and was like essentially like suing the producer for like all that stuff that had happened or finally came to it, and like Drake's side had like nobody there, but like the other side had like all these people and like signed like this form like saying that
the 40 some odd people that like were like, oh, we know blah blah blah, he's such a great guy.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck, guys, what are you doing?
Yeah, including James Marsden and some other people. So
yeah,
now I finally understood why people are like, oh, James Marsden, screw him. All this kind of stuff. Because I didn't watch it when it first came out. So
yeah, a lot of those people have later come out and said like, hey, like we didn't know, like we didn't understand like the context of this, or
I don't know
like,
why
we didn't have like all the information at the time.
I
don't know if James Marsden came out and said anything, but I know some of them did.
I don't know if he did.
He probably didn't, which would be a shame if that was the case.
Yeah, I don't know if he did. Maybe that was just like, hey, I didn't say you could move.
Oh, deathbit. I thought you died.
I did die.
Maybe it just didn't count.
Maybe. Well, I'm gonna take it.
Oh, you know why? You didn't hit a checkpoint.
Oh, does it not count if I don't hit it?
No.
I could have sworn it did, but
because I think it took you back to the start, so I didn't think it didn't count it. I could be wrong, but I mean that's the only thing I could think of.
Look at this guy. This is a freaking
little bug monkey man.
Monkey. Well, I don't think Koala Kong's in this, so that's probably like their nod to him, I guess. I think Koala Kong only showed up as a boss in the first game, and that was it. Same thing with Pinstripe.
Yeah, Pinstripe. Yeah, he's only in the first game. I think he shows up a cameo in one of the other ones, but
he's in CTR. But you bastard,
Koala Kong.
He's only in the first one, and then obviously Crash Bash.
Yeah, he's in Crash Bash.
But like, it's so weird. Like certain bosses, like Pinstripe. Pinstripe to me seems like the perfect boss to have in like every single one of these games, because he's got a very specific style to him, and to me he's pretty unique. But
yeah, I don't know why they decided to use certain characters the way they did, because like Dingo Dial is a weird one.
Yeah, Dingo Dial, they're like, yeah, we're gonna keep Dingo Dial.
Yeah, they went all in with Dingo Dial in the fourth game. They're like, hey, we're gonna make this guy a playable character in like his own sections.
Yeah,
that was weird.
Yeah, especially since they like didn't even include Tiny at all in 4.
Yeah,
4 was
weird.
like Tiny the Tiger is kind of the one that I was like, how come he's not in here?
Yeah,
because he's kind of been a staple to me, but
he has a big role in the third game.
Yeah, he shows up in this one. He's in the big role in the third game. He's in CTR. He's in Crash Bash. He's been in a lot of Crash stuff.
Oh, this thing. That's right. I really like how you can still see the rest of the stage in the background as you're doing this.
I know, right?
It's pretty neat.
That's a nice touch. Regardless, if I played this as a kid or not, which obviously I did, like, you got to give it up. Like, given the time period and stuff, and, obviously Mario was hitting it big, and, Sonic was doing his thing or whatever. And, PlayStation wanted to have this a competitor for the platformers and stuff. The fact that they got Crash and Spyro and like they still bangers, absolute bangers.
Yeah, this was the era of experimentation and just trying some weird shit and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
Sometimes all it takes, sometimes you score big and you get somebody that's got the vision when it comes to like the tech side of things, and somebody that's got the vision when it comes to the design side of things. That's why like id Software used to be kings, because you had like one John Carmack that was like a king of like knew how to make engines, knew how to like pioneer like 3D stuff and push that stuff, and then you had John Romero, who's like loved like game design and was like really focused, and that's how you get something like Doom and Quake.
Yeah,
you just get those two people that have their own expertise, and not all studios are afforded that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's true.
I think Naughty Dog is another one of those like perfect storms of like you had Jason Rubin and Oh fuck! Why am I forgetting his name? Who's the other guy? Who's the partner? But anyways, you had one of those guys that's like very clearly like a programmer, and the other one's a programmer, but they also have like skill sets that are centered towards like game design, and those two things just mesh really well.
Yeah. If you take the death route, you can't get the crystal because apparently it's this in this area. Yep.
Oh yeah, that is weird. You also can't get all the boxes too.
Right.
That would make sense.
Just as a veteran Crash player, I get all the boxes regardless. If I see a box, it's getting broken.
You gotta smash it. It's like seeing a coin of Mario. I was like, well, I gotta pick it up.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's like, do I really need this? No. Especially this day and age, like, coins are basically worthless.
Yeah, they don't have any meaning anymore.
Yeah.
High scores don't really have any meaning anymore. You don't see many games with high scores. At least people don't care about them as much as they used to.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, the days of, like, your typical arcade experience is kind of over. I mean, there is kind of a somewhat of a revival of the arcade, but it's a more of a just family fun kind of setting.
It's a tragic way to live.
Yeah. So, or in an adult setting, like barcades and stuff too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like that one barcade that we visited when we went to Chicago or whatever.
That place was great.
Yeah. Like, I mean, they even had they had old school cabinets all the way up to custom cabinets of like newer games and stuff like that. And a nice variety, you know, for a good nightlife and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a perfect barcade.
Yeah.
That's a great barcade. I mean, stuff like, I don't know, like skee ball and I don't know what your typical staples are, like your ticket muncher games. Like,
right.
They have their place, but it gets old really quickly.
No, I feel you.
I need to have like a healthy mix.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not grinding tickets. Like, I don't know, it just changes things up. Because, like, the ticket games, like, I mean...
Tickets are meant for kids anymore.
They're meant for kids.
Yeah.
And, like, usually the experience that you get is, like, it's a really shitty game.
Right. No, it is.
We played that, we saw that Monkey Ball, like, arcade cabinet, and it was, like, awesome. It's cool. It's Monkey Ball, but it's also, like, a really shitty version of Monkey Ball.
No, it is a really bad version. Plus, you're also rolling a ball.
Yeah.
A giant ball that's probably, you know, infested with...
disease.
Just the worst.
It's like touching the old like N64 or GameCube controllers at McDonald's.
Oh my god.
All greasy, gunky, the buttons don't work right.
I can't imagine how many times I probably got sick just from touching those things.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I got pink eye ones from being in those ball pits.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That is a real thing.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Oh god, it's the bear.
I do miss going to like a McDonald's and seeing like a GameCube kiosk or a 64 kiosk. Oh, there's something magical about that.
No, there was.
Even though that shit never works.
No, it never did. And nobody ever wanted to fix it, so it was just like, yeah, it's out of order.
Yeah.
So they just swapped one out of order thing for another one, considering that was the out of order thing back when we were a kid. It wasn't the ice cream machine. It was the video game machine in the play area. Now they're just like, all right.
Yeah, whatever.
We're going to get rid of that, and now the ice cream machine is going to be always broke. So.
Yep. And now you don't even really have Playplaces anymore in McDonald's.
No, absolutely not.
Now I don't know, McDonald's is weird. Their business doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it never did, but like now that
what about McDonald's?
Well, McDonald's business was supposed to be like fast and like, you know, family friendly. You can go in there, you get a burger for $1, and you dip.
Right.
But like now it's like I go into like some McDonald's and it looks like a fucking like I don't know, like a Starbucks cafe.
They did because that's what they're called. Like they're McCafes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they're specifically like they've like patented it.
I was like, this is a little too ritzy for like a fast food restaurant like McDonald's. Like I don't want to be like it's not like a hangout spot for me. Like
you don't want to just hang out at the old Donald's.
No. Most of them are like shit shows anyways in terms of like being cleaned. Like you'll go to like the last time I went to McDonald's was like one that was like really ritzy and there was like a kiddie corner where they had like some coloring books and stuff like that. I'm like, this is tragic. I do appreciate that they changed the ball for a polar bear.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
I do appreciate the variety.
And they did the same thing in Crash 4. They did a dinosaur.
They did do that. Well, didn't they do the dinosaur in Crash 3 as well?
Did they?
Is there a dino in Crash 3?
You ride a dino in Crash 3.
And maybe it was another polar bear.
I'm trying to think.
They do change it up in Crash 3.
Yeah, I don't remember now.
Huh. Well, we'll see.
It was a dino. You're right.
Okay,
it was a Stegosaurus.
Yes, I do distinctly remember seeing like fire pits and stuff.
That's right. Yeah. Shit.
Wow. Polar bear, that was good.
I forgot about this part.
Yeah, this is an extra wrinkle of bullshit that they put on top of this thing.
What are you talking about? Bullshit. It's great.
making you have to ride a fucking polar bear while you're doing this.
Yeah, it's great. What are you talking about,
You
dude?
missed a box.
Oh, shit.
And then he fell through a pit.
Well, I missed a box, so I got enough lives. It doesn't matter. Jeez. It is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
You know what? I should have given you the controller so you could bitch about it the whole time. Like, this sucks. Freaking.
This ain't my game.
This ain't my game.
This is your playthrough.
Is there an extra path I needed to go down?
Oh, yeah. Nope, you're right. I think there might be like a section where you have to go back and jump into the pit.
Is there?
I don't know if that's this section, but I remember in one of the crashes, there's like a point where you do one of these running towards the camera things, and you have to like run back. Maybe that's 3. Maybe I'm thinking of 3.
Well, I did that on the bear down one.
Pause for Cortex.
Oh.
More than halfway there. I'm sure you've noticed that things are getting harder. The last
They are.
Oh, yeah, more things than one.
hardest to gather, and our enemies will be sending their strongest forces to thwart you. I'll contact you again when you have completed the next.
Yeah, that was a little Freudian slip there, Cortex.
Yeah, the IRS is coming to get him.
Hey, look. Speaking of the bastard himself,
Tiny the tiger.
Look-
There's the man.
look how furry he is. Don't
very
you just want to hug him?
I don't know if I want to hug him.
Oh, I kind of want to hug
He
him.
might break your spine.
Yeah, you're right. God, he's just jumping after me.
What's the name of the Bandicoot and the later Crash games, the Naughty Dog ones?
Oh, you talking about Crunch?
It's Crunch, yeah. He's not a Naughty Dog creation, right? That's
That was Traveler's Tales. Oh, you son of a bitch! I didn't think he could go diagonal.
I always thought he was weird because he's basically like tiny.
He basically is, yeah. I think he literally just like follows my lead.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Okay, so if I move in a certain direction, he's gonna jump that way too. So.
Yep. See you, loser.
See you, loser. Oh, son of a bitch! I wasn't paying attention.
Like he doesn't really have like a tiger stripes, so I feel like he's like a weird hybrid between two things.
Well, you know, I mean, Cortex likes to play around with a lot of shit. So.
He likes to play God.
I mean, his first instinct was a wombat for Crash. It wasn't gonna be a Bandicoot. It was gonna be a wombat.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, what does Cortex know?
Crash was supposed to be a wombat in real life too.
No, I know, but I like the fact that
They pulled that in.
they just are like, yeah, we're just gonna put that in as if it was Cortex that was the one that wanted that. So,
Whatever happened to Crash's girlfriend?
Tana,
Tana. Is that
she's in Crash 4.
Okay, that is Tana.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
is Tana.
They gave her a total makeover.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I forgot she was still like in the Crash canon.
yeah. No, she is. No, she definitely is.
Reminds me of the girlfriend they tried to give Sonic in the beginning, Madonna.
They tried to give him a girlfriend. Really?
Yeah, a human girlfriend.
A human girlfriend?
In the beginning design document before Sega of America was like, what the fuck is this shit? They were originally going to make Sonic. Sonic was supposed to have a human girlfriend named Madonna, based off of Madonna.
Gotcha.
And, oh, you might die.
Got it.
And he was also
Winner.
supposed to be in a rock band.
Well, I kind of figured that based off of Sonic Underground.
Yeah, that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
But then Sega of America was like, yo, fuck this shit. We actually want to sell copies of this game. Get rid of this.
Yeah.
And then they did.
It's so weird. Why
begrudgingly.
would they want to give him a human girlfriend, though?
Bunch of horn dogs, man.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
It was just before I had like a defined canon.
But yeah, I don't know. We're going up.
Going up.
Me and Crash, we only go up. And we're going to be hanging out. And you know what? We're going to hang out next time.